The Mandela Effect is one of the easiest ways to start a carefree conversation about a conspiracy theory that can end up being crucial to their health. I'm just talking about their mental health because it'll make you crazy. We've dove down many rabbit holes of the Mandela Effect, covered tons of the things, seen plenty of evidence of its existence. Well, we are going to dive down deeper into each and every one of the Mandela effects we've covered on this thing, and we're starting with one that you've seen the title for. So go ahead and grab your cup of tea, your bowl of cereal, and let's go. Crazies, man. Y'all welcome back to the lab. Lee here. Y'all did see that title too as well. We are breaking down the Mandela Effect. Breaking down Forrest Gump to be precise. This beautiful of a gem of a movie that's number 11 on the IBM movie list. And also known as one of the greatest movies of all time. Yes, of all time. Especially in a wonderful generation it was made in, if I do say so myself. But we are breaking down the Mandela Effect of Forrest Gump. Now we already know what this was going to be, what this Mandela Effect is. But why is it saying what it's saying? Why has it changed the way it has? Now in this movie in particular, Forrest Gump, it happens so fast, so abruptly, and right in the beginning. The first scene of this movie. What a wonderful Mandela Effect to throw right in front of your face. So quick, so simple, so abrupt. But can have so much meaning at the same time. Now, with this, before I do play it, why do we have the evidence of this on the VHS tape still have it on the VHS? It still says the freaking famous phrase, let alone towards the end of the movie when his mother's in the hospital, she also says this famous phrase line quoted so many times around the world from myself itself every time I do see a box of chocolates. But with that too, why do we always have all this evidence of it persisting? Well, if you have been living under a rock and you don't know what this Mandela Effect is, well, check it out.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Life was like a box of chocolates.
If you weren't paying attention to it, you would have missed it. If you weren't paying attention to it, you would have heard it and you would have clicked and said, oh, whoa, that's not right. Life was like a box of chocolates? Life was like a box of chocolates? Well, like I said, if you've been living under a rock lately and you do not know this Mandela Effect, that is not what that famous line, that famous quote in that movie was. That famous quote was, life is like a box of chocolates. Life is like a box of chocolates on the back of the VHS tape back when it came out, as you see right there. Life is like a box of chocolates. Wow. Let alone his mama also says,
life is a box of chocolates, Forrest. You never know what you're gonna get.
But what about all the actors, actresses, people portraying and saying the famous quote of this movie as well?
No, Mother, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
I always say life is like a box of chocolates. Sure are a whole lot.
Mom, it's lame to be proud of being lame. Well, life is like a box of chocolates. Mom, you no, Mom!
Mom always said life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
So if it wasn't ever life is like a box of chocolates, and it's always been life was like a box of chocolates, then what is it trying to tell us? What is it trying to pervade and give us a vision of? The Mandela Effect has opened our mind and our third eye to seeing that this world can be manipulated, can be changed. But what is life like? What is this trying to tell us? What was it trying to tell us? Well, to me, life is like a box of chocolates. You have to go back to the past. You have to look back at the generation when this movie came out. You have to look back at the generation this movie was portrayed in. And you have to ask yourself, that question. Life is like a box of chocolates. You open up the box and you never know what you're going to get. It's because you never knew what you were going to get back then. Everything was so new and vibrant. Everything was so fresh. Anything that happened, anything that was made, inventions, discoveries, it was so new. Every piece of that chocolate in that box was a new experience in life. Life is like a box of chocolates. Back then, in the past, to now, to what it is. The quote of the day, life was like a box of chocolates. Well, now you know what piece of chocolate you're going to get. It's like basically looking in the bottom of the box or underneath it and seeing where there's chocolate, which one you want. Life was like a box of chocolates because everything was so new back then. We've been so desensitized from social media, YouTube, the news, the government, the world, that everything that has happened since then and now, we've been desensitized. Nothing's new. It's the same old damn piece of chocolate in that stupid box. Yeah, yes. It is. It is. That's what that is telling us now. We have to open our eyes to understand that, wow, if the present right now we're living in was like a box of chocolate and not life still is like a box of chocolates, what does the future hold for us? Basically, there's not going to be any pieces of chocolate in that box. Basically, there's not going to be a whole new experience of life. Maybe it's the end. Maybe we've come to a part in our mental enlightenment of its society and humans that we are at this tipping point of where we need to understand that if we don't act now, life will never be a box of chocolates. To me, from is to was, man, I love to go back to where it was and is like a box of chocolates. You double entendre, get it there. Instead of being where we're at now, of just like, man, let's get in that same old box of chocolate, makes you wonder. But also makes you wonder if this is a message, if this is trying to really tell us something. We need to connect the dots to all of the Mandela Effects that we've all come in contact with. So, if you like this at any time, y'all, man, please remember to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe, it is free. Let's get to 10 G's, as well as leave those comments down below of which one you would like me to discuss next. And, as well as, thank you to everybody out there, man. Love y'all to death, man. Namaste.
You gave us something we never thought we could have.
And what is that?
Another chance.
I think I heard a shot. I think I heard a shot. I think I heard a shot!